Welcome to the visual partner of the NICA Insulation Craft Training Program, where you'll learn the best way to install a quality job with fiberglass pipe insulation, one that you can be proud of. NICA, National Insulation Contractors Association, is an association of insulation contractors specializing in insulating, heating, ventilating, and air conditioning systems in commercial buildings, which includes piping, ductwork, equipment, and tanks. And for heavy industrial plants with the need to conserve energy and control processes, such as oil refining, chemical processing plants, power plants, and other energy-intensive manufacturing industries. NICA contractors pride themselves for helping businesses and industries save billions of dollars in fuel costs and to provide the means to help control temperature-sensitive processes. They're dedicated to quality workmanship. And together with these fiberglass insulation manufacturers who are sponsoring this series of instructional videos, they're members of TIMA, Thermal Insulation Manufacturers Association. Before we begin the installation techniques, it's important to review the 4 reasons why insulation is used. And they are: 1, to save energy and climate control for comfort; 2, to aid in process control; 3, to protect personnel from hot surfaces; and 4, to help prevent condensation of moisture on cold surfaces. The most universally used insulation to perform these 4 jobs is fiberglass. Fiberglass insulations are composed of fine glass fibers bonded together with a thermosetting resin. It takes many forms: blankets, such as this standard duct wrap, with a functional vapor retarder facing, which also provides a finished appearance; boards, faced or plain; and pipe insulation, which is available plain, without jacket, or with a jacket called all-service jacket, or ASJ as it's known in the industry. ASJ presents a neat, white, finished appearance, which also serves as a moisture vapor retarder when used on cold lines. It's a laminate of aluminum foil and white craft paper reinforced with glass fiber strands. A popular way to install ASJ is with a factory-applied pressure-sensitive adhesive already on the flap jacket. A release strip protects the adhesive until you're ready to apply the insulation. Some jacket flaps have 2 adhesive surfaces. The insulation is opened by removing the release strip. Fiberglass pipe insulation is formed in 3-foot-long, one-piece sections with a slit that opens to receive the pipe. A partial slit in the back side provides a hinge, which springs back to hold it in place. Fiberglass pipe insulation can be used on all types of pipe, operating at service temperatures from sub-zero to 850 degrees. It comes in pipe sizes from 1/2 inch IPS to 36 inches, in wall thicknesses from 1/2 inch to 4 inches, with greater thicknesses up to 6 inches on special order. It can also be nested for double layer applications and is available in copper tubing sizes. To determine pipe size, measure the outside diameter of the pipe. For iron pipe sizes, the outside diameter is not the same as the designated size. For instance, a 2-inch iron pipe is actually 2 3/8 inch outside diameter. The 3/8 of an inch is because of the pipe wall thickness. There are tables that show these ODs. Copper tubing has a thinner wall. Now, this 1 1/4 inch size has an outside diameter of 1 3/8 inches. Now, before you start to insulate pipe, read the manufacturer's specs and application recommendations carefully. Second, determine the insulation sizes and thicknesses needed. Now, these you can obtain by measuring the diameter and length of pipe and the thickness specified on the drawings or bill of materials list. Always identify pipe insulation by pipe size first, then by wall thickness. A 2-inch pipe insulated with 1-inch insulation is called 2 by 1. Third, move the materials you need from the storage area on the job to where they'll be used along the pipe. Try to put out enough for a day's work. This saves time and steps. And a word about storage. It should be inside and dry. If outside, it should be on pallets or skids and covered with tarps. The cartons may contain as much as $75 to $150 of insulation, so keep them protected and dry. 4, make sure you have the right tools. Now, they're very simple when you're working with fiberglass. A folding rule or tape measure, boning knife or leather knife, scissors, they're handy for cutting ASJ jackets, outward clinch stapler for ASJ jackets without self-sealing lap, self-sealing lap plastic squeegee, or use the back of your knife to rub down the laps and end joint butt strips for tight, well-bonded joints. Slip joint pliers for pipe hangers, unless hangers are done by another craft in your area. A wire nipper tool is used to twist and cut off the wire when installing plain insulation on jobs where a separate jacket is applied in the field. Safety equipment is an important part of every job, and it should include hard hats, gloves, goggles, and a mask. 5, have some empty cartons around to place the release strips from the self-sealing laps and butt strips, and for waste from cutting, so it can be disposed of properly. If you want to do quality work, neatness counts. And now we're ready to start insulating. Installing fiberglass pipe insulation is easy because it comes in one piece. Just open the single seam and fit it around the pipe. Turn the jacket lap toward you. Peel off the release strip on the lap and pull the insulation joint together. And then press the lap down in the middle of the section and work out to the ends. Rub the seam with a plastic squeegee or the back of your knife to make sure the adhesive is set uniformly. Follow manufacturer's instructions for installation of all self-sealing lap pipe insulation. Turn the section on the pipe. You get a neater job if the seam is turned away from view. When installing fiberglass without a jacket, you put it on the same as before, but close the joints and secure the section with tape, wire, or bands. A field-applied jacket is usually installed later. Now, getting back to the ASJ jacketed insulation, apply the next section and butt it up tightly. Turn it so the longitudinal seams line up. Then take one of the butt strips you pulled from the carton, peel off the release strip, and go around the insulation end joint. Don't pull too tight, or ugly puckers will spoil the appearance of the job. Remember, neatness counts. So that's all there is to it. Put it on, pull off the release strip, press in place, rub the lap. Wrap the butt joints and rub it down too. Simple, but it's not all that easy, and that's where your skill and experience comes in.